Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club. We like to talk about historical fiction, wild cards, Game of Thrones, and much, much more. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Today I want to talk about the similarities between Bran Stark from A Song of Ice and Fire, created by George R.R. Martin in 1996, and Governor Bloat from the Wildcard series, created by Stephen Leigh in 1991. I will assume, seeing that you're watching this video, that you already know who both these characters are, and we will only be discussing the books when it comes to A Song of Ice and Fire. Be warned, spoilers ahead. These two characters have so much in common it is hard to know where to begin. Bran and Bloat were both crippled at a young age. Bran from a fall from a high tower which crippled his legs aged 7, and Bloat was crippled when the wildcard virus in his DNA took hold in early puberty, leaving him with a huge slug-like lower body he is unable to move, that keeps growing with no end in sight. Bran and Bloat also both feel abandoned by their parents. Bran because both his parents went to King's Landing and never returned, and Bloat because his parents abandoned him at the Jokertown Clinic and never returned. In fact, they moved away and changed their names so he could never find them. Both characters also have powerful abilities they cannot fully control and that they do not fully understand. And both characters also become stronger as the series progresses. Bran starts out as a normal boy and progresses to a skin changer and then to a green seer in training. Bloat also started life as a normal boy, but after the wildcard virus he became a telepath and then was able to project a mental force field for many miles. As the story progresses, he can make his wall physical and summon creatures out of the dream time. Much as Bran uses the weirwood net to enhance his own abilities, they both connect to outside power sources to enhance their natural ability. Bran and Bloat are also both all-seeing and all-knowing within their respective realms. Bran through the weirwood net, which is wide-ranging, and Bloat can hear the mind voices throughout the extent of his complete wall-enclosed kingdom. I also feel both characters were heavily influenced by the God Emperor of Dune, but that is a completely different video to be made at some other point. Bran and Bloat also both have animal familiars that are intrinsically linked to their respective psyches. Bran, of course, has Summer, his direwolf, and Bloat has his penguin. Both characters also have teachers to show them how to use their powers safely. Bran has Bloodraven, and Bloat has Wurrungare. However, we know both these students are not completely listening to their teachers. Bran continues to try and contact people through the weirwood net, even though Bloodraven warns him against it, and Bloat refuses to listen to Wurrungare, and he does not heed Wurrungare's warning about the abuse of power until it is nearly too late. Both characters also repeatedly take human forms which are not their own. Bran takes over Hodor's body multiple times so he can explore the caverns he now lives in, and Bloat projects the image of the outcast, a handsome warrior, and inhabits that likeness instead of being crippled in his own mutilated body. Bran and Bloat are also both entering adolescence and becoming interested in girls. They both suffer from unrequited crushes and fear they will never find love because of their physical deformity. Bran longs for Mira Reed to love him back, and Bloat constantly lusts after Kelly Jenkins. Both characters are also trapped where they currently reside and where they fled in search of safety. It is not just that both these characters cannot move. There is a physicality to their powers. Bran thinks in horror how the weirwood roots will one day enter his body, as they have done Bloodraven, and bind him heart and soul to the weirwood net. Bloat's slug-like lower body continues to grow at a massively expanding rate, and so he needs constant nourishment. His faithful servants have rigged up the sewage system on the rocks to enter Bloat's stomach directly, so he looks like a ghastly pincushion. Whether roots or pipes, both these characters are pinned in place, and it seems to be the price they pay for their power. As our protagonists' powers grow, their grip on reality seems to fade to the extent they have to fight to stay awake. You can see this in A Dance with Dragons. In Bran's final chapter, after drinking the Weirdwood potion, he loses all sense of time, and as a reader you do not know whether a day or a month or a year has passed, from the beginning of the chapter to the end. When Bloat starts using his powers extensively, it makes him extremely tired, and over time he loses the ability to distinguish between dreams and reality, and constantly feels exhausted. The clinching factor for me, however, in the similarities between these two characters is definitely that they both have suppressed memories. We know Bran suppresses the fact that Jaime Lannister pushed him out the window of the broken tower, and Bloat has deeply suppressed memories of his cousin being molested by his uncle. And it is only after dealing with this traumatic repressed memory that Bloat gains full control of his powers and learns the value of self-sacrifice, giving his own life to save his people. And I believe Bran is on a similar path of self-sacrifice in the books. He may be a spiritual king who gives his life to save his people, like Bloat, more of a Jesus figure than a figurehead of a kingdom like the show made him. But I truly believe Stephen Leigh's character Bloat, created in 1991, helped inspire George R.R. Martin to create Bran Stark in A Song of Ice and Fire in 1996. But what do you think? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, this is just my opinion. Please remember to help out and like this video if you enjoyed it. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lady Jessica Riddell and on Twitter at Jessams. I post on Twitter regularly about my videos. If you want to see more book reviews, character comparisons and fan theories, please subscribe to Jessie Bear Book Club. I try to post a new video at least once a week. See you next time on Jessie Bear Book Club. Bye!